चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं साक्षितं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमाव्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Panchikaranam is written by Adi Shankaracharya. It consists of actually only 19 vakyas, 19 sentences. It provides a technique or means of making our mind absorbed in the knowledge of oneself with the help of Omkara. It is taken at times as Nirguna Brahma Upasana if Aparoksha Jnana is not there. If Aparoksha Jnana is there, same thing serves as a means for effective Nididhyasana, because Nididhyasana necessarily presupposes Aparoksha Jnana. If it is not there, this turns out to be a Nirguna Brahma Upasana, as referred in Panchadashi, etc. In Panchadashi, we find in the 9th chapter, Mandukyadau cha sarvatra nirgunopastirita anusthana prakarosyaha panchikarana iritaha. Yes. Mandukyadau cha sarvatra nirgunopasti irita. That is Mandukya, etc. Nirguna Upasana is stood, provided not that Mandukya speaks of Nirguna Upasana directly as such. If Aparoksha Jnana is not there, it turns out to be Upasana. Otherwise, straight away Aparoksha Jnana, Nididhyasana can be taken too. So Nirguna Upasti irita. Now how exactly this Nirguna Upasana has to be taken to? Anusthana prakarosyaha asyaha nirgunopastehe anusthana prakaraha. The way of taking to this anushthana, that means upasana, panchikarane iritaha. It is told where? In the Panchikarana. This is from chapter 9, Panchadashi, 63-64 stanzas. So, Now the question comes, why this name Panchikarana? Actually this name Panchikarana is a quite misleading one. Because generally a student of Vedanta knows Panchikarana as fivefold grossly, that means self-division and mutual combination, the Panchikarana process. So no doubt it is made use here, but this text is not the text which is explaining us that process of Panchikarana, though Vartikakara is explaining. Otherwise he is referring to, that means passingly he is explaining that is fine. But actually what is the purpose of this Panchikarana, or why this Panchikarana, text is called as Panchikarana? It is like this. Panchanam Bhutanam Ekikaranam. Panchikarana means, that means combination of the 5 elements as the process goes, Panchikarana, Ekikaranam, but it is made use for a purpose. What is that purpose? That Panchanam Bhutanam Ekikaranam Brahma Sakshatkaropayogitvena. Brahma Sakshatkaropayogitvena, as upayogi, as something which is useful for Brahma Sakshatkara, to appreciate what is Swarupa, what is Brahma, what is my Swarupa. For that, as Brahma Sakshatkaropayogitvena, Yatra Granthe Pratipaditam. Yatra Granthe means Yasmin Granthe. That Grantha, text wherein this is unfolded, means Panchikarana process as the means of the appreciating or discovering the knowledge of Brahma directly. Yatra Granthe Pratipaditam Saha Grantha. That Grantha, that text, Panchikaranakhya, it is called as Panchikaranakhya. That and itself is Panchikaranam iti padena grihitaha bhavati. So that is named as Panchikaranam. So here Panchikarana process is made use as a means to appreciate what the Brahman is. That's why the name has come Panchikarana. Now here, as far as the books are available, there is one passage which is also found in many books, which is actually an interpolation. It is not in the original text. The original text starts from Om Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutani Tat Karyam Cha Sarvam Viradittichyate. This is the actual beginning of the text, for which certain clues also are available. But before that, in some books, there is a passage available. Athatah Paramahamsanam Samadhi Vidhim Vyakhyāsyāmaha Om Satshabdavāchyam Avidya Shabalam Brahma Brahmanaha Avyaktam, etc., etc. One paragraph is there, which is actually not the part of the original text. How is it? How do you say so? This can be inferred from the tikas, certain tikas that are available. The importance of Panchikarana can be that means seen from the number of commentaries or tikas that are available on Panchikarana. On Panchikarana, as many as 6 tikas are available, and the first one is by none other than Sureshwaracharya in terms of Vartika. Sureshwaracharya's Vartika, then of course, wherever Shankaracharya's texts are there, Anandagiri is bound to write tikas. Anandagiri has written tika, so Sureshwaracharya's Vartika, then Anandagiri, and on that Vartika, Narayanendra Saraswati has written what is called as Vartika Bharanam. So Vartika Bharana is a further tika on Vartika. On the original Panchikarana, Sureshwaracharya has composed Vartikas, on which Narayanendra Saraswati has written what is further tika called as Vartika Bharanam. Then on Panchikarana directly, Anandagiri has written, that is what is called as Vivarana. So this Vivarana is this is about the Panchikarana. And on this Anandagiri tika of Panchikarana, there is Tattva Chandrika by Ramatirtha. So Ramatirtha has written Tattva Chandrika. So then also there is one other tika, Shantyananda, which has been written by Shantyananda Saraswati. Actually, this is the only tikakara, Shantyananda Saraswati, who is commenting on that interpolated paragraph. Otherwise, no other Tikakara that means comments on that, means it was not there, maybe somewhere afterwards it must have got included. So the Shantyananda Saraswati, so he has written Tika directly on Panchikarana. Sixth one is Panchikarana Chandrika by Gangadhara. Gangadhara, other independent Tika is that. This shows that this text was taken in high esteem in the Vedantic circle. Also it is believed that Panchikarana is to be taught only to, don't tell anyone, okay? It is only for sannyasis. So that is, in orthodox circle, it is believed that Panchikarana is only meant for sannyasis only. So because they have nothing else to do, or they are supposed to not have anything else to do. So, so they should spend their time only in Nididhyasana. That is what is expected of them, and how effectively it can be taken to, that is here. Actually, Panchikarana is based on Mandukya. So, Mandukya Upanishad, same thing is that nothing new. As it is, you will not find anything new as such, but it gives an effective way of taking to this Nididhyasana if Aparoksha Jnana is there. Otherwise, same thing happens to be Nirguna Brahma Upasana. That means that uniqueness is there, that direct approach is there, that is something special about Panchikarana. Okay. So therefore there are 6 tikas are there. As far as we are concerned, we are taking Sureshwaracharya's Vartika in detail, and wherever useful, Vartika Abharana will be useful. Anandagiri Tika also directly is useful. Others like Ramatirtha Tattva Chandrika, Shantyananda Saraswati, what is called as Advaita Agama Hridaya, etc. As and when somewhere they are useful for getting the meaning of some words which have not been elaborated by others. Otherwise, if you enter into all the tikas, so that means, of course, nothing wrong in that, but Tatparya will be elsewhere and you will get lost in these tikas. But this Vartika, what is that? Vartika, if Vartika were not there, it will be difficult to understand what exactly, what was the purpose of this Panchikarana, or what exactly is meant by that. So therefore Vartika is very useful, and for further elaboration Vartika Abharana also here and there is useful. Anandagiri Tika, of course, that's fine. So like this, wherever required we will take these tikas. Okay. Now before entering to that, means we will take it with the Vartikas, but before that we will have just a bird's eye view of what this Panchikarana is by going into the original text without much elaboration. Even just literal translation itself will give us an idea as to what Panchikarana is, which will be thoroughly elaborated by Vartikakara later. So, now before that, that is how it is said that this particular passage that appears is interpolation. There are 2 valid clues to this effect. One thing, as far as Anandagiri is concerned, we know that he has commented almost on all the major, that means the works by Adi Shankaracharya. Here also he comments, and while commenting, he straight away comments on this Om Panchikrita Pancha Mahabhutani Tatkaram, etc. without the first paragraph. That shows that what he had, as far as the manuscript that he had with him, this was not there. So afterwards somewhere this has got interpolated. As for Vartika, directly we are not able to ascertain whether when Vartika wrote, because Vartikakara was a direct person, is the immediate person to know what it is all about, whether this particular paragraph was there or not. But from Vartikas, we are not able to understand it directly, because there is Vartikakara's job is to tell certain things which have not been told in the Mula Grantha. So Vartikakara's job is, whoever it may be, the Sureshwaracharya or anyone who undertakes the work of, that means writing Vartikas, he has to discuss these factors. What are these topics? What are those? Ukta nukta durukta chintatmakatvat Vartikasya. Vartika is Ukta nukta durukta chintatmakam. its nature is chinta. Chinta means here discussion, analyzing that. Not chinta means worry, etc. So, analyzing, discussing, ukta, anukta, durukta. Whatever that is told in the original grantha, that is also explained. Again, anukta, whatever the author has not, that means explained or not touched in the original grantha, but Vartikakara thinks, I think this should have been told, or if told, it is much more clear. Anukta, durukta. So durukta means not told wrongly, etc. It cannot be so. What is stated in cases of Bhashyakara, it cannot be. Shankaracharya, it cannot be. Durukta can mean in the sense which could have been, that means which is not on which proper emphasis has not been laid by the original Granthakara, for because he must have taken certain things for granted. Whereas Vartikakara thinks that, oh, these points also need further elaboration or restatement of such things, etc. That is what. All these are discussed where in the Vartikas by the Vartikakara. So therefore, Vartikakara's job also is to supplement the original Grantha. Actually, Vartika is a commentary that supplements, elaborates and critically restates the thesis of the original text. That is what the job of Vartika. So what does it do? It is a commentary that supplements the original text. Also elaborates, whatever that is stored in the original text is elaborated by that, and at times critically it restates the thesis. Whatever that is discussed in the original text is restated by the Vartikakara. So that is the job of Vartikakara. So now, in the second Vartika, Sureshwaracharya speaks about Brahma, which is not spoken here in the original text, Panchikarana. So, Panchikarana follows the method of Adhyaropa Apavada. So, the entire Jagat is something which is superimposed on Brahma. And Panchikarana's job is to negate, do the Apavada so that Adhisthana is appreciated. So, the Jagat is Adhyastha on Brahma. You negate it and thereby appreciate the Adhisthana Brahma. So therefore, Adhyaropa Apavada is the methodology that is adopted in Panchikarana. But what does Panchikarana does is, Adhyaropa Apavada means first what should be there? Adhisthana Brahma must be there. Then on this Adhisthana Brahma, how exactly Srishti has taken place and the Aropa has taken place has to be told. So then Apavada. So Adhisthana Brahma has to be unfolded first. Then the Srishti Prakara which leads to Adhyaropa. Then Apavada, so that we appreciate what the Adhisthana Brahma is. But in Panchikarana, Adhisthana Brahma is taken for granted. It is not going to be elaborated here. Also, Srishti Prakara, how exactly creation took place also is taken for granted. And what does it do? It Panchikarana text straight away starts with the Adhyaropa, superimposition of the creation. And then Apavada, so that Adhisthana Brahma is appreciated. So, now Vartikakara cannot do this, because his job being Ukta, Nukta, Durukta, Chinta, so he has to tell what is Anukta in the Mula Grantha. So, Adhisthana Brahma and Srishti Prakara, which is Anukta, which is not told in the Mula Grantha, Panchikarana, has to be told by Vartikakara. So, when Vartikakara in the second Vartika, so he is talking about about Brahma as Adhisthana. So, and while commenting on that, in Vartika Abharana, we find that, see, this is what Vartikakara tells this because his job is discussion of Ukta, Anukta, Durukta, Chinta. So therefore, Ukta and Anukta to restate that he is talking of these. That is what Vartika Abharana says. That means In the original text, Adhisthana Brahma was not told. Srishti Prakara was not told. But if we take the first paragraph that is interpolated, there is something about that. So therefore it cannot be Anukta Chinta, it cannot be. So therefore, so from this remark of Vartika Bharana also we can conclude that the first paragraph is interpolation. Also, in the way it is given, there are some problems also are there. So therefore, it totally doesn't fit in the Vedantic parlance. So therefore, it should certainly be somebody afterwards was thinking that Bhashyakara has not told all these things, so he must have just quietly added that. The very fact that Andagiri has not referred and Sureshwaracharya also has not taken into account shows that it was not in the original text Panchikarana. So the text starts now with Om Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutani Tatkaryam Cha Sarvam Viradityuchyate. In Ramakrishna Mission publication, straight away it starts from Om Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutani etc. But other Tikas etc. have certainly given the first paragraph, but that they have, at places they have added footnote that it is, that means by all means it should be interpolation only and not from the original text. Okay, now let us take this original. Afterwards we will go in detail with the Vartikas and further Tikas. Om Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutani Tatkaryam Cha Sarvam Viradityuchyate Etat Sthula Shariram Atmanah Indriyaihi Arthopalabdhihi Jagaritam Tadubhayabhimani Atma Vishwaha Etatrayam Akaraha as adopted in Mandukya. Soyam Atma Chatushpa. Atma has got 4 padas, and these padas are not actual parts, Kalpita padas. Kalpita was projected for certain purpose. Why? In 3 padas, that is Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna, so they serve as the means, whereas the Turiya as the goal. So, Padyate Anena iti padaha. So, by these you are able to gain something, knowledge of something, that is the Atma, Brahma. So, in the first 3 cases as a means, and 4th, Padyate iti padaha, that which is gained, that which is discovered, the goal, the end, iti pada. So, these are 4 padas, but actually Atma is neither 4 padas, the Atma has no parts at all, it is only Kalpita padas as such. And whereas Omkara on the other side has got, that is A, U, Ma and Amatra Om. So, now making use of it, Omkara also is taken Vyasta and Samasta. Samasta Omkara as a word, so we can take as Avati iti Om, that which protects is Omkara. Vyasta separated, that is in its constituent part, A, U, Ma, Om. So, this is made use to arrive at or appreciate what is one's own Swarupa. So, that is on one side, Omkara, which has got 3 matras, and Amatra Om, 4. On the other side, Atma or Brahma, here which has got Chatushpatva, that is has got the status of having 4 padas, Kalpita padas. With the help of these, Mandukya, what does it do? So, it makes one appreciate what is one's own Swarupa. So now to do that, so what are those padas and what are those matras? How they are into what is what, all this has to be known. So this author, that is Bhashyakara, Adi Shankaracharya, tells us now who is Vishwa and what represents Akara. Om, first, Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutani Tatkaryam Cha Sarvam Viradityuchyate. All this is called as Virat. As you know from Taittiriya, सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेद निहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सः ब्रह्मणा विपश्चितेति. Now, तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरापः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And from that Tasmadva Etasmad Atmana. From that Brahma, which is not different from this Atma, what is born is 5 elements. Akasha Sambhutaha. Space is born. So, Akashad Vayu, from space, air, from air, fire, from fire, water, from water, earth. So after Oshadi, etc., that's fine. These 5 elements are born. Now, if they are to be born from Brahma, Brahma being Satyam Jnanam Anantam cannot be the cause for anything. It cannot produce anything. And yet Shruti says means Maya factor has to be brought in picture. So now, that means the 5 elements are born from from where? From Brahma. So, of course, when they are born, first they are born in the Tanmatra form, in the Apanchikrita nascent form they are born. Afterwards, the Panchikarana process takes place and the gross elements are born. This is not told there in Taittiriya Upanishad, but from elsewhere we can get it. So, this is it. Now, that means when we have already got the Prapancha, the Jagat as such, from Jagat if you have to retrace that means original source Brahma, what you have to do? From Brahma, Srishti has emerged out. Now, already created Srishti, if you have to retrace the source Brahma, what you have to do? All Srishti you have to go on merging back. Merge back means effect, merge the effect in the cause, immediate cause. And that cause in its immediate cause. That in its cause. Finally the original cause. That way we have to do. That is exactly what the Apavada is going to be done before that. So what is Adhyaropa? That means that is Adhyasta. So whatever that is superimposed on Brahma, that is told one by one. So we start now from the most gross thing in the creation. So now will be, so from the gross to the subtle, from the subtle to the causal, from the causal to the ultimate Adhisthana, the basis of entire creation. So that is how it is being retraced now, step by step. So therefore, in this creation, so what is that? That is the gross world. It consists of all these things. What are those? Om. Om is Mangalacharana. So, Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutani. The 5 elements, space, air, fire, water, earth. But which one? Panchikrita, grossified. Of course, in Vartikas, he will be telling Panchikarana, but most of you know what Panchikarana is. So therefore, so these grossified 5 elements, not only that, Tatkaryam cha. Tatkaryam is Tesham Karyam. The effect of these 5 gross elements. What is that? The gross Jagat. The entire gross world, which is the product of 5 gross elements. So that is Tatkaryam cha. Sarvam. All put together is called as Viraditi Uchyate. It's called as what? Virat. So what is Virat now? 5 gross elements and their effect in terms of entire gross world. Means our gross bodies also are in the karya of 5 gross elements, and all this put together, Sarvam, means without any exception at this level of the 5 gross elements and their further modification. So Viraditi Uchyate is called as Virat. Okay. And this Virat is Etat Atmanaha Sthula Shariram. This is the Sthula Sharira. Sthula Sharira The gross body of who? Atma. For Atma, this serves as the gross body, but at what level? Totality level. In terms of Brahma, totality level. Individual level, our physical body is the Sthula Sharira. At totality level, all the Panchamahabhutas and their product in terms of Sthula Jagat is Virat, which is the gross body of Atma. Then, what is waking state? Jagaritam. Because all these constitute the in Om. So therefore, actually what is going to be pointed out is Uma Om, in that what is represented by Akara in the Om. This is all in the therefore one by one he says. First Virat he has told. So Virat, and that Virat is the Atmanaha Sthula Shariram. So it comprises the gross body of Atma, not just individual level, at totality level. Then Jagaritam, Indriyaihi Arthopalabdhihi Jagaritam. What is waking state? Waking state is Indriyaihi Arthopalabdhi. Literally means Arthopalabdhi. Upalabdhi here is Jnanam. The Jnanam, the cognition of Artha, the objects, by what? Vishayas, by Indriyas, the sense organs. It's just literal meaning, but it cannot get confined only to that. So it signifies also the actions, karmas that are accomplished by karmendriyas also. So, Indriyaihi Arthopalabdhihi Jagaritam. Waking state is the gaining the knowledge or cognition of sense objects through sense organs, means it is also Upalakshana for the performance of action through organs of actions, the karmendriyas, all have to be included. Means making use of sense organs and organs of actions to perceive the world and act therein. So that is what is called as the Jagritam. Because in sleep what happens? Arthopalabdhi may be there, but Indriyas are not available. So therefore Indriyas are positively brought there. So this is what is Jagaritam, the waking state. So we have come to know so far what is Virat. Virat consists of 5 gross elements and its effect in terms of the gross world. And Jagarita is that is interacting with the world with the help of sense organs and organs of action. So now, who is Vishwaha? The waker consciousness. Tadubhayabhimani Atma Vishwaha. Atma, who is Tadubhayabhimani, Abhimani, the one who is identified with those two. What are those two? Sthula Sharira and Jagarita. So, Sthula Sharira and Jagarita. Atma identified with Sthula Sharira and Jagarita. So, that is what is Vishwaha. What do you mean by Atma identified with both Sthula Sharira and Jagarita? Means Atma wherein or on whom Jagarita and Sthula Shariras are superimposed, and other way also. On inert Sthula Sharira, what is superimposed is Atma. So that mutual adhyasa. So that is both, that is Sthula Sharira and Jagarita are adhyasta on whom? Atma. Or Atma identified with both Sthula Sharira, gross body, and Jagarita is called as Vishwaha. So he is called as Vishwaha. That means Vishwaha includes Mandukya. What all it includes? Sthana, Jagarita Sthana, and Sthani Dharma. All dharmas and Jagrita Sthana Dharma also are included in that. So that means entire, that is means and also the characteristic, everything is included. Just mere waker you can't say. Waker is the one who undergoes the experience of waking. But also his sthana, jagrita sthana also has to be taken into account. All experiences undergone by him also have to be taken into account. So everything is included in the Vishwa. So we can say Vaker consciousness to some extent, but best to know is what exactly it consists of. So therefore, Atma identified with Sthula Sharira. Sthula Sharira accounts for entire gross world. And Jagrita in terms of experiences undergone by him with the help of the gross, that is the Indriya, sense organs and organs of action. So the Atma identified with this, or the Atma wherein these are superimposed, that is what Vishwa is. Etatrayam akaraha. These three constitute akara in Omkara, not any akara. Omkara, which consists of a, u, ma, that a represents these trayam, these three. What are those three now? First, let us start in the order that is given. Virat, that is Sthula Sharira. Then Indriya Arthopalabdhi, Jagrita. Then the Atma identified with these two is the Vishwa. So therefore, Etatrayam, these three. So these three are Sthula Sharira, Jagrita and Vishwa. So these, that means these three are represented by whom? Akara. This is what is represented by Akara, Ukara, Makara. You should be very thorough. Because afterwards what is being done is Uma, Om, then what? Along with that, all these are taken into account, and what? With Om, what you do? You just negate them, you just dismiss them in the appreciation of Swarupa. So, if you miss anything, then what will happen? That whatever missed will show the thumb. Here am I. What are you talking? So your Brahma is not there at all. I am limiting your Brahma. So you should be very careful. You should not allow anyone to slip off now. So very tight, rigidly you have to tie up all this now. So Akara, when you chant Omkara, A is there. And A should comprise all these things. What is Virat? And Virat also you should know, understand what is Virat. Don't think Virat, the Virat Devata is there. Of course, the presiding deity is there, but it is the presiding deity of all the gross embodiment. And the gross embodiment in its womb includes also the gross elements, because it is a product of gross element, Pancha Mahabhutas. Again, so this will be useful for meditation, okay? So therefore, now I think it seems many have some problem. We have got so much of time. If this mauna is to be observed, what are we to do? Huh? So much of time is there. So therefore what? Let us talk, is it not? So what? Now I will give you a preoccupation, okay? So all these things repeated, if you don't know, you go on reading again and again and again and again, means what? At least these terminologies you will be very familiar with, which will be helpful in that means meditation also, because meditation hereafter will be more or less based on this Panchikarana. So if you are more and more familiar, whatever that is told by me will speak a lot, because at backdrop our entire teaching has to be there. So therefore you should not allow, that means to slip off any of these which are connoted by these particular, that means letters etc. used in this text. So Akara stands for Virat, along with the five gross elements, which is Sthula Sharira of Atma, and Jagrita is, that means gaining the knowledge to the sense organs and organs, that whatever action that can be accomplished through the organs of action. And Vishwa is the one who is identified with these both, and all these three put together, Sthula Sharira, Jagrita and Vishwa, that is represented by akara of Omkara. This is at gross level. Actually, it appears to be a long narration of that or a long list as such, but that list will be very useful afterwards. When actually what is the purpose of Panchikarana will be unfolded at that time. This list must be readily at your disposal by which you can take to, that means merging of entire superimposed adhyasta, adhyaropita, the creation, and appreciate the adhisthana Brahma. So therefore all these details are indispensable. Now at subtle level, apanchikrita panchamahabhutani panchatanmatrani tatkaryam cha pancha pranaha tatkaryam cha pancha pranaha dashendriyani manobuddhischeti saptadashakam lingam bhautikam hiranyagarbha ityuchyate etat sukshma shariram atmanah karaneshu upasamhruteshu जागरित संस्कार जहा प्रत्यय सविषय स्वप्न इत्युच्यते तदुभयाभिमानी आत्मा तैजसः एतत्रयम् उकारः. This is what is represented by ukara, u in onkar at the subtle level. So what all it consists of? So it consists of Hiranyagarbha, Swapna and Taijasa. Akara consisted of Virat, Jagrita and Vishwa. So here, so just get familiar with these words. So Ukara represents the Hiranyagarbha, which Hiranyagarbha Sukh Sharira, okay, that's Stula Sharira Sukh Sharira. Hiranyagarbha itself is Atmanaha Sukh Sharira. So Hiranyagarbha Sukh Sharira, that Virat Stula Sharira, Hiranyagarbha Sukh Sharira, and that is Swapna and Taijasa. So what is Hiranyagarbha? So what is Swapna? Who is Taijasa? So one by one are defined. Apanchikrita panchamahabhutani panchatanmatrani tatkaryam cha pancha pranaha dashendriyani manobuddhischaiti saptadashakam lingam bhautikam hiranyagarbha ityuchyate. This is what is called as Hiranyagarbha. What all it consists of? It is apanchikrita panchamahabhutani, the five elements before panchikarana. Na panchikrita, apanchikrita Panchamahabhutani, same space, air, fire, water, earth, but before grossification. Not only that, Pancha Pranaha, from, again we know this, it's all Tattva Bodha. These five elements are Trigunatmika, because they are product of Maya or Prakriti, which is Trigunatmika. So therefore these also have got three gunas. So from the Rajas, that is Sattvic content of each, the Antakarna and Jnanendriyas are formed. From the Rajasic content of each, that individually Karmendriyas and collectively Pranas are born. All this has to be taken into account. And afterwards takes for the Tamasic content, the Panchikarana process takes place and five grossified elements are born. Okay. So now, Apanchikrita panchamahabhutani, the five elements before grossification in their nascent form, in their original form, this panchatan, that is panchamahabhutani, namely panchatanmatrani. So also they are called as tanmatras, means a given element alone is there without the mixture of other four elements. So in grossified elements, what happens? A given element has got in itself other elements also. But here it is not so. Uniquely, the given element alone is there. So tanmatrani, again, tatkaryam cha, tesham panchatanmatranam karyam. The effect, the product of these five panchatanmatras, five subtle elements. So what are those? Namely, panchapranaha, panchapranaha, the five elements, the pranas, vital airs, the physiological functions. Dashendriyani, so 10 senses, that is 5 jnanendriyas and 5 karmendriyas, that's Dashendriyani. Manaha buddhischa iti, the mana, mind, and buddhi cha iti, that manaha buddhi is also upalakshana for ahanka chit, that is chitta and ahankara, means antakarana, upalakshana. So iti saptadashakam, that which has got 17 factors, actually it is 19 factors, that is 5 pranas, 10 senses, 15, mind and intellect 2, that is 17 is said, but mind and intellect is upalakshana for chitta and ahankara. This is chitta, okay, not chit, not chaitanya. So recollect, faculty of recollection, smriti. So the 40, that means 17 plus 2, 19, but generally it is taken here as 17 because they are included in this only. Ahankara and chitta are included in the buddhi and mana, therefore it is taken as 17. So sapta dashakam, that which has got 17 factors. Lingam means lingam, linga sharira, sukshma sharira. Why it is linga? Artham gamayati iti lingam. So that means the suksha sharira makes us appreciate the presence of chidrupa atma, because chaitanya, the chit aspect, the knowledge aspect of atma, the chaitanya, is not directly cognized unless there is the presence of the sukshma sharira. So therefore, so that is lingam, that is bhautikam. Bhautikam is, that is made up of the panchamaha bhutas, bhautikam. All this put together is called as hiranyagarbha iti uchyate. Is called as hiranyagarbha. So it is called as hiranyagarbha iti uchyate. Okay. Now this hiranyagarbha. So now, yes, somebody asked Hiranyagarbha, explanation of Hiranyagarbha. Now know what is Hiranyagarbha. In question answer session, somebody had asked you what is Hiranyagarbha, etc. So now you can make a note what all consists of Hiranyagarbha. So that is macrocosmic sukshma sharira. So that means totality of sukshma sharira. That is what is Hiranyagarbha, which includes all the apanchīkrita panchamaha bhutas and their effect. So that is what Hiranyagarbha. And this etat, this Hiranyagarbha is Sukshma Shariram Atmanaha. It is the Sukshma Sharira, subtle body of Atma. Atma here is not just at individual level, at totality level. So it is the Sukshma Sharira. Just as Virat is the Sthula Sharira, Hiranyagarbha is the Sukshma Sharira. So this is at totality level. Individual level, what is Sthula Sharira? We know. You don't know Sthula Sharira? No. This gross body, see, counter, no, I'm not asking, what I am asking is the counterpart of, that means body as such, that means what is product of the these 5 elements, gross elements. So therefore, So this physical body, so that if the Virat consists of all these Panchamahabhutas, grossified elements along with their gross products as such, at individual level Sthula Sharira is our gross body as such. So at individual level Sukh Sharira is our Sukh Sharira. At totality level it is Hiranyagarbha, and gross body at totality level is Virat as such. Individual level our gross body and the subtle body. Okay. So Hiranyagarbha ityuchyate etat Sukshma Shariram Atmanah. This is the Sukh Sharira of Atma. So this is what is the etat means Hiranyagarbha is Sukh Sharira of Atma. Then what is, of course, now what is being told is that who represent all these things. So who represent, one thing is Hiranyagarbha, which is the Suksha Sharira of Atma. Also it includes Swapna and Taijasa. So therefore, what is Swapna, who is Taijasaha, one by one are defined. Karaneshu upasamhruteshu jagarita samskarajaha pratyayaha savishayaha swapnaha ityuchyate. This is what is called as Swapna. So what is it? First prerequisite is Karana, upasamharana of Karana. Withdrawal from the senses. What is actually indispensable for sleep? I don't know. I mean dream. Huh? Sleep is more important or Jagrita Samskaras are more important? Jagrita Samskaras are more important for Swapna. Sleep is not required. Of course, we don't question the necessity of Jagrita Samskara for Swapna. But more important is sleep. Why? Because right now you are dreaming or sleeping or awake. Sure, very much, is it not? Okay. So you are awake, that is fine. Have you got Jagrita Samskaras now or not? Have you got, I hope you know what is Jagrita Samskaras. That means the impressions in the Antakarana based on the waking state experiences. Have you got these Jagrita Samskaras now? Verily they are there. Are you dreaming? If Jagrita Samskaras alone were the cause of dream, now also you should dream. Oh no, Swamiji, this entire Jagat is dream, we have seen where? Since Mandukya, we have said, Hide Anyatha Grahana. That is true. If that is the case, you don't need Panchikaran at all. So therefore you already appreciate the Swarupa in the wake of which everything is, that is Anyatha Grahana, that admit it. So but otherwise, so you have got positively the Jagrata Samskaras and yet there is no dream. But the same thing when sleep is there, afterwards what? Ardha Vikasa takes place. Ardha Vikasa takes place and then the Jagrata Samskaras are going to project a word without the corresponding external object. So therefore, we don't question the necessity of Jagrata Samskaras, but much more important is sleep. So what is that sleep? Withdrawal from the Karaneshu Upasamhruteshu. So when one has withdrawn from Karanas, that is both Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. What about Antakarana? No. When, how will you project? If Sukh Sharira is how will you project? So, this Bahya Karana, so that is Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas are withdrawn. Then Jagarita Samskarajaha Pratyayaha. Pratyaya. Here in terms of experience, and what type of experience it is? Savishayaha. With their objects. Not gross objects, but subtle projection. So at Suksha level projection. So in dream also, the dreamer hears, tastes, touches and smells, etc. The dream Vishaya, not the Sthula Vishayas of the waking state. So therefore, So savishayaha, so pratyayaha, that means experience of these savishayaha, swapnaha ittishyati. That is what is called as the dream. So what is indispensable for dream? Karnopasamharana, withdrawal from the jnanendriyas and the karmendriyas, and that means sleep. Then plus jagarita samskaras, impressions gathered in the antakarna based on the waking state experiences. That is there projected. So afterwards projected, and that appears to be as though that these vishayas are there. So that is swapnaha ittichyate. Okay. Now, who is Taijasaha? Tadubhayabhimani Atma Taijasaha. The Atma, who is Abhimani, identified with Tadubhaya, those two. What are those two? Sukshma Sharira, which includes which is Hiranyagarbha, and Swapna. So Atma identified with Sukshma Sharira at which level? Totality level, macrocosmic level. So, and Swapna is Taijasa or Suksharira and Swapna superimposed adhyasthan whom? Atma, that is what is the Taijasaha. Etatrayam Ukaraha. This is a technique based on Shruti. Okay. Etatrayam. These three, what are those three? Taijasa, Swapna and Suksharira. These three represent what? Ukara. Which Ukara? Ukara of Omkara. It represents Ukara of Omkara. Now, what does Makara of Omkara represent? So this is what Makara consists of. Shariradvaya karanam Atma jnanam Sabhasam avyakrutam ittichyate. Etat karna shariram atmanaha Tascha nasat nasat napi sadasat na bhinnam na bhinnam napi bhinna bhinnam kutaschit na niravayavam na savayavam no bhayam किंतु केवल ब्रह्मात्मैकत्व ज्ञानापनोद्यम सर्व प्रकार ज्ञानोपसंहारे बुद्धेः कारणात्मनावस्थानं सुषुप्तिः तदुभयाभिमान्यात्मा प्राज्ञः Etatrayam Makaraha. These three represent Makara. So, what are those three? So, first, Sharira Dvaya Karanam Atma Jnanam. It is not Atma Jnanam, okay? Atmanaha Ajnanam Atma Jnanam Sabhasam Avyakrutam Ityuchyati. Atma jnanam, atmanaha ajnanam, ajnana of atma. So which is the cause, karana of shariradvaya. Shariradvaya, what are those shariradvayas? Sthula sharira and suksharira. So ignorance of oneself, so which is actually at totality level. So that here, generally sthula sharira, suksharira, when you say, our concept is immediately about individual Sthula Sharira and Sukh Sharira. But here it has to be taken at the totality level. Just as in Mandukya, while describing Vishwa, what is straight away described is Vaishvanara. Who is described is Vaishvanara. Why is it so? Because Shruti doesn't want to keep you distinction between Vishwa and Vaishvanara because both are one and the same. That is a counterpart. So therefore, because otherwise if you take Vishwa and what you do, that means dissolve Vishwa then Vaishwanara will be left out. And when Vaishwanara is left out, then it will not be Prapanchopashama Turiya Atma will not be possible because Vaishwanara is left out. Like that, if you just merge the Suksharira, if Hiranyagarbha at the totality level is left out, then it will not be again. That is the Swarupa of Atma. So therefore, Shruti plays this trick. So of including one in the other, that means it doesn't distinguish much between macrocosm and microcosm unless the context demands. So Sharira Dvaya Karanam Atma Jnanam. Atma Jnanam means ignorance of Atma, which actually is Sabhasam Avyakritam, which is Avyakrita, unmanifest condition, or also called as Prakriti or Maya. So Maya. But not just like that. Sabhasam. Sabhasam with Abhas of Atma, Chidabhasa, because otherwise it is inert in nature. So inert thing of the Avyakrita without the presence of Atma, Chaitanya, Brahma cannot create. Atma, Chaitanya, Brahma of its own also can't create. But the Avyakrita Maya, or this Atma Jnana in the presence of Chaitanya Rupa Atma, Brahma, projects the world. So therefore that Abhasa, that is the reflected consciousness, is required. Reflected Chaitanya is required. So therefore Sabhasam, along with the Abhasa, the reflection of it, Avyakritam Ittichyate. It is called as Avyakrita. Actually, so yes, Avyakrita. Now Pradnya will come, and at that level Pradnya, Ishvara also gets included there. So we'll see that afterwards. Okay. Etat Karna Shariram Atmanaha. This, what is this? Sabhasam Avyakritam. The Avyakrita, Maya, unmanifest condition of the Jagat, along with Abhasa. So along with the reflected Chaitanya. So is Karna Shariram Atmanaha. It is the cause, that means the causal body of Atma at totality level. If so, then do you know what happens? Stula Sharira and Sukh Shariras are product of what? Karana Sharira. Ajnana, that is true, of Karana Sharira. Means, how many things you have got now? Atma, one, and other one is Karana Sharira, because Stula Sukh Sharira are products of, let's say, Sharira Dvaya Karanam. So, Stula Sharira and Sukh Sharira are nothing but the Karya, the effect of Karana Sharira. Means, to begin with, we have got minimum two. One is Atma, other is Karana Sharira. And afterward that Karana Sharira projects the Stula Sharira, Sukh Sharira, Stula Sharira and Hiranyagarbha Virat, all innumerable differences may be there. But basically how many things are there? Two. One is Atma, other is Karana Sharira. If these two are there, that your one Atma is what? Is not Brahma, it is Sadvaya. Advaita Makaranda chale gaya. So entire Advaita Makaranda will go afterwards. So it can never be Advaya, it will be Sadvaya. Why Sadvaya? Atma is one, minimum other one is Karana Sharira. So it is not so. Why not so? That so-called second one which appears to be there, the Karana Sharira, is false in nature. It is not real, it is false. So therefore, before proceeding further, author makes it clear, that is, though we have taken this for the sake of for the sake of knowing what all Akara, Ukara, Makara consists, it doesn't mean there are two things, Atma and Karana Sharira are there. No. What is the nature of Karana Sharira is trash now. तच्च न सत ना सत नापि सदसत न भिन्नम ना भिन्नम नापि भिन्ना भिन्नम कुतश्चित न निरवयम न सावयवम नो भयम किंतु केवल ब्रह्मात्मैकत्व ज्ञानापनोद्यम. That Karana Sharira is only of this nature. First it says it is false, it is not real. If it is real, it can bring the Sadvayatva for whom? Atma. It is false in nature. Taccha. What is that Taccha? That Atmanaha Karana Shariram. Na Sat. It is not Sat. What is Sat? Trikala Abhadita Vastu means it is not real. Okay. Then it may not be there at all. Why do you speak of that? Na Sat. It is not Asat here is Tucham. It is not something which is totally non-existent. If totally non-existent, why should we bother? No. And if it is Sat, what will happen? Duality will come. No, it is not Sat. Okay. At the same time, you can't say it is not at all that you can't say. So Na Sat. Okay. Napi Sadasat. Okay, then let us compromise 50-50. It is Sat and Asat. So no, because Sat and Asat being mutually opposed to each other like light and darkness, a given thing cannot be both Sat and Asat. Either it can be Sat or it can be Asat, but it cannot be both. Napi Sadasat. Okay. Na bhinnam, napi bhinna bhinnam kutaschit. Under any circumstances, on any account, it is na bhinnam. This karna, that is this atma jnana or avyakruta, which is called as karna sharira, it is na bhinnam. It is not separate from atma. If it is separate from atma, what will happen? Duality will come. Okay, if that is not the case, let it be one with atma. Na bhinnam, not identical with Atma, because nature of this Ajnana and Atma are totally opposed to each other. That there cannot be any identity between these two. Na bhinnam. Then okay, let us have both bhinna bhinnam. No, napi bhinna bhinnam kutaschit. By no way whatsoever it is both bhinna and abhinna, because it contradicts each other. A given thing can be either separate or identical. Both separate and identical cannot be possible. So, napi bhinna bhinnam kutaschit. Again, that one, that avyakruta is na niravayavam. It is not something which is free from parts. Avayava, nira. It is not something which is free from parts. Then it must be having parts. No, no savayavam. How do you say so? Why do you say it is not niravayava? See, avyakruta, ajnana cannot be said as niravayava because it projects the savayavatva. It projects the savayavatva. The jagat is savayava or niravayava? Savayava. And its cause is what? See, Sharira Dvaya Karanam Atma Jnanam. Its cause is this Avyakruta Ajnana. So, potentially it is Savayava. So, therefore you can't say it is Niravayava. At the same time, these Avayavas are not cognized at all. So, therefore he says, Na Savayava. Actually, there are no, in Ajnana, Avyakruta, there are no parts at all. So, that is, neither it is Niravayava, free from parts, nor it is Savayava with parts. So all to show that it is false in nature, means you cannot categorically define, because a Sat Vastu can be defined, a Asat can be defined. That Sadasadbhyam Bhinnam Anirvachaniyam cannot be defined. So that means a categorical definition cannot be given, therefore it is called as Anirvachaniyam. We do say it is different from Sat and Asat, because a definite definition in terms of Sat or Asat cannot be given for whom. That is what is false, mithya. So, to show that all these descriptions are given. So, na niravayavam, na savayavam, no bhayam. Both it can't be because mutually opposed to each other. Then what is it actually? Then we straight away say it is not there at all. No. So that means it is not real. At the same time, its pratiti cannot be denied. That is, its experience, its cognition of what? Ajnana cannot be denied, and it is verily available in terms of the ramification of the Jagat. So therefore, so it is something, kintu, whereas, kevala brahmatmaikatva jnanapanodhyam. It is something which can be destroyed only by brahmatmaikatva jnana, by the knowledge of identity between Brahma and Atma, identity of Jiva and Ishvara. By this knowledge it can be destroyed. This should be clear from what was seen in the Advaita Makaranda. There it, what the word was used like some avashyaya was said. It is like some mist, and which is vicharabhava jivanaha, vichararkodayavadhihi, same thing. This is something vicharabhava jivanaha. It is sustained only so long, that means by the absence of inquiry into the real nature of oneself. How long it continues to be there? Vichararkodayavadhi. Its avadhi, its limit is up to the udaya, means birth of vichararka. The son of vichara means the knowledge, aparoksha jnana, that is born of vichara. Till then it continues to be there, otherwise really it is not there at all. So that is what is said as, so Advaita Makaranda 17th stanza. So kintu kevala brahmatmaikatva jnanapanodhyam, that can be, that which can be destroyed, apanodhyam, by mere brahmatmaikatva jnana, the knowledge of identity of Brahma and Atma. Okay, so that means, so first what is the sabhasam avyakritam was told, and that is the karna sharira, and in the context to make it clear that it is false in nature, otherwise duality will be cast to Atma, Brahma, so therefore it is false in nature was shown. Now, what is this Sushupti? Sarva prakara jnanopasamhare buddhehe karanatmana avasthanam Sushupti. This is what the Sushupti is. Deep sleep state is this. What is it? Sarva prakara jnanopasamhare. When this is withdrawn, all types of jnana are withdrawn. Advaita Makaranda, what was the definition? Vijnana viratihi, Vishesha jnana virati. So Vijnana, there is what? Vishesha jnana. That means the cessation of the knowledge of particular thing. So that is what is Vijnana virati. That is what is said here as Sarva prakara jnanopasamhare. That is, when all types of jnana, the knowledge of particular thing, are withdrawn. Why that word sarva is there? Sarva prakara. What are the prakaras there? To include all the knowledge that is available in both waking and dream. And there are many varieties are there. In the waking, many Vishesha Jnanas are there, dream, many Vishesha Jnanas are there. But main two categories of Jnana available in the waking and the dream, Sarva Prakara. In sleep, anything is there? No, that is what we are discussing. So therefore, Sarva Prakara Jnanopasamhare, then Buddhehe Karanatmana Avasthanam. The abidance of Buddhi in the form of its karana. What is the karana? Ajnana. Karanatmana means karana swarupena. What is the karana swarupa? That is ajnana. So therefore, so buddhi, the buddhi is not destroyed there, but it is dormant. So how it is dormant? So karanatmana avasthanam, in the form of ignorance. That is what is sushuptihi. This is what is deep sleep state. So now we have got What is sabhasam avyakritam karana shariram atmanah? What is sushupti? Now, who is pradnyaha? The pradnya is tadubhayabhimani atma pradnyaha. Atma identified with these two. What are those two? Karana sharira and sushupti. Karana sharira and sushupti. So, or you can say, that means Atma on whom Karana Sharira and Sushupti superimpose mutual adhyasa. So, Atma Pradnyaha. Etatrayam Makaraha. These three, what are those three? Pradnya, Karana Sushupti and Karana Sharira. And this Pradnya includes, do you know who? Ishvara. Pradnya also includes Ishvara, Mandukya. So therefore, so it also includes Ishvara. So that means Makara, what does Makara represent? Pradnya, Sushupti and Karana Sharira. So if in Ma, if you don't include Ishvara, do you know what will happen? When we merge back now in this, its respective causes, Ishvara, this Pradnya at individual level will go, whereas Ishvara at totality level will remain. If that is the case, again, it is not the real nature of oneself. It is not the Swarupa. So therefore, Mandukya also makes it clear that Pradnya also counterpart is who? Ishvara. So Vishwa, Vaishvanara, the Taijasa, Hiranyagarbha, Pradnya, Ishvara. So that's why that Sabhasam Avyakritam, there that Maya factor comes along with the Abhasa means Ishvara also. Who is Ishvara? Mayopadhi Upahita Chaitanya. The Chaitanya conditioned by Upadhi of Maya, that is a Sabhasam Avyakritam. At totality level, Ishvara also is included in that. Etatrayam Makaraha. These three represent the Makara of Omkara. Okay, what is to be done with this now? A long list we have got now. What is to be done? Now, retrace the steps. Go back. Back home, not to Bombay. So now back home with this. Now you are in exile now. So now back home, which is Om. So not so which the Om leads you to. So that we have to now retrace. So now what is to be done is the gross has to be merged in subtle. Subtle has to be merged in causal. Causal has to be merged in its adhisthana, the basis, because causal is, don't think for no reason he has told that avyakrita sabhas avyakrita as false. Why? It is false means it should necessarily have something which is real basis. So therefore, that means that causal has to be merged in its adhisthana, because being false in nature has to be merged in what? The adhisthana, that is Om Turiya Prapanchopashama, which is our Swarupa, wherein no trace of Prapancha, including its cause, ignorance, can ever be possible. Totally free from that. So now, the ulta process now. So this is, Adhyaropa is over. Adhyaropa in terms of projection of the Srishti is over, and it is connected to Ma of Omkara. So now, step by step, merging back. So the merge, the Sthula in Sukshma. What is this merging? Get hold of that Sthula and then go on pulverizing that and crush it into powder or some decoction. So what is to be done? See the gross to be not different from subtle. You see, an effect is not different from the cause. And immediate cause for the gross is the subtle. So therefore, so what you do is, dissolve the gross into the subtle by appreciation that it is not different from the subtle. Then dissolve the subtle into the causal. So as it has no existence apart from the causal. Dissolve the causal which is false in nature, mithya in nature, into its adhisthana. What remains is adhisthana and adhisthana only, Brahma and Brahma only. Entire projected world along with ignorance. Where is it? Gone. And you are there? At home. Om. So I was telling, no, what you have to do now is doom. You know. Oh, to be doom in what? Oh. Doom is no something, no. You just take a stone, etc., and throw in the water. The doom means get totally merged in that. So like that, you have to merge now. In u in ma in Sarupa. So that is Atma Brahma. So what remains is Atma Brahma. Why? That causal was false. When causal was false, subtle and gross are equally false in nature. What is real is only Atma Brahma. So that is the reverse process now. The reverse to what? That is Adhyaropa. What is now we are going to see now is Apavada. Apavada, negation in terms of jnana, not other negation here. It is not just simple elimination because you can't eliminate that way. Negation in terms of jnana by positive appreciation of what the Swarupa is. That is now told, and afterwards he supports. Don't think that I have given something from my brain as such. This is what the Shrutis have to say. Mahavakyas are given. This is what the Mahavakyas have to say. We'll see that. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasthastu Bhavantu Varshatu Parjanya Asya Desho Yam Shobharahita Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavani Asato Ma Sadgamaya Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyati Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om